She always talking mess.
All right. All right, we'll go downstairs, okay? These elevators, just so you know, are badge required, so they'll show you how to get back up here in a different elevator.
Okay.
And then when we get downstairs, you guys can take off your blue suits, okay? And your hats.
And he like, lady, I do not want to come out of that skirt.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go to room 10. Right here. All right, if you guys want to, I'm just gonna get a bassinet. If you guys want to hang on the couch, you're more than welcome to. And I'm gonna do a little report to the nurse. Good. This little dolly is so cute. So baby boy, born by C-section under general anesthesia, some field intolerance of labor. 35 weeks.
I hope you do.
Very low.
Because Vanessa didn't get him. But you know, Courtney didn't have them either. Until she got older, and then they just went light.
It's 23 grams. Like 7 to 9. Okay. He required about 10 minutes of CPAP. No PPV or anything, just CPAP. To get his sats up as much as 35-40% oxygen. Most of the things are there by 18 minutes of age or something like that. Hey, sugar. Oh, look at you. Oh, you look like you're a breech. Your feet were up here. Right. He's little. So, Dad, I know you said Mom's planning on breastfeeding. Is she okay with? Here's the caveat. Because he's little, we're going to be checking his blood sugars quite frequently. Okay. So either we can do one of two things. We can supplement him with either donor breast milk or formula, whichever you prefer, or if Mom wants to work on breastfeeding, we can check to see what his blood sugars are until she gets down here, because it's going to be a little bit before she can feed him, and if we need, start IV fluids straight away. And then she can work on breastfeeding. But I want to make sure I have a plan that if his blood sugars need some attention, we either feed him with something other than maternal breast milk until Mom is able to feed him, or we start with IV fluids and let her work on breastfeeding when she's able.
When will she be able to talk to her about it? 'Cause this already came kind of unexpected.
Well, so how long would it be before she's able to feed?
She will not be down here for at least 2 hours because she has to recover from. It's a major abdominal surgery.
So if he gets donor breast milk, would that stop him from latching on to hers?
No.
Give him donor breast milk.
Okay, you need consent from Dad. Are you guys married?
No.
Okay, we need consent from Mom when she wakes up for donor breast milk. Okay. If we can get consent, so we do need consent for donor milk.
She'll give you
So-
consent when she wakes up.
Okay, so
But she
we'll-
would not want him on formula.
Perfect. And we prefer donor milk because it's easier to digest for their tummy. So we actually would prefer, especially with a baby that's little, we recommend that. So, so we'll get consent from mom.
Yeah.
And we'll start with donor milk.
Because if you do
we-
anything other than that, she gonna be upset.
Yeah, okay. No, that's good to know. What are these? Little sticking out your tootsies. So we'll do that, and then if in fact that isn't enough, then we'll start IV fluids if we have to. Okay?
Okay.
Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
All right. He looks great, but he's little, so he's just at risk. So we'll just keep a close eye on him. The other thing we will check now is to see, we'll do what's called a complete blood count, meaning I'm not anticipating that there's any sign of infection. I'm more interested in his platelet count
Yeah.
because he's little and mom had thrombocytopenia, meaning low platelets intermittently. So I just want to make sure his platelet count is okay.
Okay.
And there's a viral infection, and when babies are inside and they're small, it's called cytomegalovirus. It's a CMV, otherwise known as CMV. It's everywhere in the community. But if babies get that virus in utero, they can be small and they can have low platelets. So we just check platelets when babies are small just to make sure they don't have that virus.
Okay.
And if his platelets are low, what we do is send a urine sample to see if he has that CMV virus. And then we make sure that he doesn't. So those are things we look for when babies are, one of the things we look for when babies are small. He otherwise looks perfect. He looks great. He's just little.
Mhm.
That's okay.
And
Yeah,
it can
it's
be
okay.
normal for his toes to be a little purple at first, like this.
Yeah, his blood's getting used to circulating all that blood supply everywhere. All right, do you guys have any questions for me at all? I'm Terry, the nurse
no.
practitioner, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't really introduce myself in the delivery room.
And I'm Emily. I'm gonna be his nurse for the afternoon here. I'm here until 7:30.
You will see Dr. Gonzalez here pretty soon. He'll take a look at him too, but I'll go put some orders in and then we'll get him kind of settled. First hour is usually the busiest.
Mhm.
And as soon as they're able to get mom down here to see him, they will. She'll come right from the recovery room. Okay? I think her biggest thing is going to be pain control. Okay? And then we will double check. We'll just make sure we get donor consent before we feed him. And if we can't for some reason and his blood sugar needs to be dealt with, we will start IV fluids if we have to. But we'll try to do the donor milk thing first. Okay? All right. Sounds great. Thanks, guys. Congratulations. You're gorgeous.
Thank
You're
you.
Welcome.
Right now it's just baby D
Okay.
until his mama come down here.
Love it. I love it.
How much they say he weigh? 4 pounds what?